Rodgers, who put the ball in the air 53 times last week in their loss at home to Philadelphia, threw for 422 yards. And what's interesting about that game, CD, is Green Bay got up 10-0 against Philly before losing. They were 58-0-1 when leading by 10 or more at home until that defeat.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Because normally, with Green Bay's defense playing the way they have in the early going, you would think that's almost a lock to close out teams. But in this case, they struggled with Philadelphia. Aaron Rodgers had an Aaron Rodgers game, and he did say their offense had to come to life. They had to help out the defense. In this case, the offense came to life. The defense struggled. Davante Adams, they wasted a big game by him. 10 catches, 180 yards. And then that last pass at the goal line by Aaron Rodgers. Tried to fit it in like he normally does. Gets batted in the air, interception, and the Eagles go home winners.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Rodgers going to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time.
He's always there. Almost $3 million. I got my Aaron Donald to a 90 though, just powering him up.
A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
For you, it'd be power run for the type of plays you run. Yeah, because extra impact blocking, lead blocking, break tackle, all that shit.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
You got Gronk.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Lit.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
No way.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And
Someone
Amendola's got
posted
it
for
complete.
Tucker.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
That's absurd.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn.
Like 2 mil.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now the offense for Detroit.
Running back Kerryon Johnson was drafted out of Auburn in the second round of 2018 to become the Detroit Lions' lead running back, something they haven't had in a long time. In fact, in 2018, he ran for over 100 yards in a game in September. The first Lions back over 100 yards since Reggie Bush on Thanksgiving Day in 2013. They're hoping that continues, and he'll be the 3-down runner that they've been seeking.
11 yards there, first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. This complete to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Safety Adrian Amos was a free agent in 2018, and division rival Green Bay took note and brought him to Wisconsin to patrol the center of their defense and also drop down near the line of scrimmage and make some big-time plays in the running game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stafford. Complete to Jones.
Almost a minute.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
You said 200K. And Mike Vick's over.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst.
So
the first down.
1.09.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And
set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Will they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Sammy Watkins, he's only been on a cheap window.
Rodgers now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
It's caught here by Adams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devon Kennard coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, watch out, watch out, watch out. I gotta live. Hey, we're on 3 to get out.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Geronimo Allison there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
You should take a screenshot so people believe you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense, they worked their way back out here, and it gives me a chance to just ask you what you saw from them in last week's game. And we touched on it a bit earlier, but you were in the booth for their loss to Kansas City. But was that an encouraging loss for Detroit?
I think it from the outside in, you would say yes, because they've been trying to change, what's that word everyone uses? Their culture. And I think they've done that with the additions of guys like Trey Flowers, the defensive end, Justin Coleman, the defensive back, merging and meshing now with Matthew Stafford, who's already there, and that young middle linebacker, Jared Davis, who plays with such heart and such tenacity. I think this is a team that you're going to have to deal with down the road.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Look at it. I'll have to look at it again. I remember that we all looked at it and we determined that Brawler was better.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right for the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
He still had
line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mike, set. 20.
They're running the jet sweep with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Back up a little bit.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Back up a little bit so you don't get grabbed by a run
blocker. 5 there
blocker.
on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
My blade.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Hey, use Adams so I can splash his ear.
Now Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback Mitchell Trubisky for an indefinite amount of time. But that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal. And then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt. And I think that they are improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, Charles taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran,
Good job
last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still 2-0. They have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Mike Daniels, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry.
And that is why Shazir's on the spot. Because if I try to put it on a defensive lineman, they just get outran. Oh, no spin necessary. I saw a spin.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Delay of game, offense.
Hey, Spotty, you got anything on your Raiders
Didn't seem in
uniform?
a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about
You didn't
that.
put Raiders
Because there was
rushing on that shit on blue.
movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Rodgers, a final shot before break. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead
Why would you
out
get a
further.
block?
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Why do you say that? Don't say that. You jinx yourself.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
He's already out. You can power him up. Yes, sir.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's in G-Path.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I didn't think they were deep half exposures.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out on the sidelines.
Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
See, I might not go for it if it's like 4th and 2, 4th and 1, but 4th and inches, gotta go for it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Rodgers. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, take 26. Take your hands with that.
Oh well, time ball game.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
They're not going to make that same throw they just made on
across the
defense.
45.
So they're just going to take small gains
yards
now.
there on 3rd down.
If they get down the field.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops
gotta make
in
sure I
the
don't
air.
get quick
Sometimes
height
you throw it
stuff,
so hard your receiver can't handle it, but he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's trash.
There we
Now
go.
Rodgers running the option right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
There's 2 of them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers complete. This is Lewis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards of first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Their defense just dropped out.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Stafford. Then Amendola with a catch. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 or 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Stafford, looking left sideline, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
That's why he ran sideways, because
Kevin King with a pick.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yeah, I don't know. What's he doing back there?
Green 18. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Rodgers looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. The quick slant caught. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Rodgers throwing here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
No, we ain't lost yet.